Hey guys, welcome back to another Jurassic World Mattel toy review, and we're finally going back to catch up with Camp Cretaceous for the upcoming 5th season that's about to come out in 2 weeks. The final season of Camp Cretaceous coming out on Netflix, and what a good way for me to finally get ready to start catching up with collecting Camp Cretaceous figures. And I'm finally starting to collect the dang campers because it's been it's been a while. I held it off, and 2 characters are about to be a lot more difficult to get a hold of, but I will be able to get them. So I've only had 3 so far out of all these characters, or at least getting them all, and already have 1 from the past. And I'm gonna say this is gonna be divided into several different parts, or at least I guess 2 to 3 parts. So now we're gonna be taking a look at these 3 characters: Yasmine, Sammy, and Brooklyn. I only have these characters first because they were the least expensive ones to get a hold of, and yeah, they can't fit all the way. This whole camera, it can't even contain them all, considering that I finally got all 3. Just getting it out the way, we're going to take a look at their packages and hurry up and get them all out, because I don't want to spend too much time wasting it all. So we're just going to look at 1 out of them all, because we all know they're all the same. So this is basically Dino Escape. They all came out in Dino Escape. We got the Camp Cretaceous logo right there with Carnotaurus Toro right there, Darius, Dino Escape logo, Brooklyn Monosaurus. And it's got this really nice aesthetic that I really absolutely adore, with a broken fence and the whole view of, I guess, Isla Nublar, of course. Netflix logo up there. Aegis 4 Plus, barcode, Mattel. And then over here, you got Dino Escape. On the other side, you have Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. Nothing else on there. Then you get a detailed image of Brooklyn getting away from the Monolophosaurus. Comes with a scooter. And then you got the other figures shown. We get Sammy, which we already required. And we already got Darius, but I didn't get this one yet. But I definitely will be getting that one because it comes with a Raptor vocal chamber, which I absolutely would like to own. And the baby Brachiosaurus is very adorable, and I love that green color. So that's it for that. With this, it's obviously the same one here, except Sammy and Velociraptor. And yeah, get in focus. And then we get a back image showing the details of the characters and the dinosaurs. Down here, we get the same figures again. Well, Yaz, which was part of Wave 1. So this is Yaz. Package is the same. Yaz and Velociraptor Blue. And then this one obviously shows the first wave version of Darius, or at least the first Dino Escape wave, with the vocal chamber and little baby bumpy hatchling right there, and a Gallimimus. So yeah, that's basically it for all the packages. Let's go ahead and get all 3 of these characters out of their packages. We'll take a look at all 3. Alrighty, so now we got Yaz, Brooklyn, and Sammy out of their packages, and I will talk about the dinosaurs later. We're going to get with that. That's why I have these 3 characters as the main focal point of the video. They're the main focus. We're going to take a look at these figures first, and then later on take a look at their dinosaurs. So first, we're going to take a look at Yasmine. We can look at Yasmine first, and this is the close-up. She definitely looks exactly how she looks in the show, much like the Darius figure we took a look at last year. Hopefully the focus doesn't mess up. So I'm just going to have to place my hand on here and see if it'll keep focusing better, please. It might not be able to, but as you can see, this is basically as close as I can get with the detailing on her clothing and her like complete sculpt, resembling exactly how she looks like in the show. Don't really see that much of an issue with the eyes or anything painted on there. It definitely looks nice. She's also got a compass, not incredibly detailed though. It's just basically one splotch of paint that looks like directions being pointed, which is fine. Please stop this. There we go. So yeah, this is basically the detailing of the figure. She looks really nice in her figure and her stature, everything about it. Also got nice detailing in her socks. Is it detailed or just not? I don't see that much texture to it. So it's not like Dominion stores where they start adding texture to more of the figures. So this is basically still in the Dino Escape, or just Camp Cretaceous. It's on its own line, so it's not nearly as detailed. There is a little bit of a paint scuffle right there, but other than that, I think everything looks fine and dandy with the character. Definitely like Yasmine. Basically, this is how she looks in the whole show, and I don't really have much to say other than that she's a nice figure and she looks exactly how she looks like from the show. Definitely like her character a lot as well. Also, the autofocus is acting crazy. Sorry about this whole autofocus. I don't know what's going on with the autofocus. But as you can see, that's Yasmine. She looks nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at Brooklyn next, which is a character I also adore. Thought she was adorable as well. The detailing definitely looks like her from the show, but the only problem I have with it is that her skin looks a bit too pale. I think it just may be mine, but it might not be. I don't know, it might be everybody else's, but dang, her skin is like vampire pale. Like, that looks weird. But other than that, she looks exactly how she's supposed to look like in the show. Really like her pink hair. Let's just be real. Her pink hair is adorable. Just really adore that a lot. Although, again, would fare better if the figure looked like exactly how she's supposed to look in the show, which is the skin color. It's just too pale. Even the camera kind of looks like it's picking up pale color, but that's probably just the way it is. Anyway, so yeah, the detailing and everything, her jacket the way it is, even the undershirt is painted in there, and the ripped pants. I think I do see like some of them is like off the scope, but I think it might be just all painted in there, is it? No, they're all off the scope, so this is some quality control issues right here. Whoops. And yeah, basically everything about it is fine and dandy other than the paint issue. But she looks exactly how she looks in the show, aside from some problems I have with it. And she also comes with her scooters. We're going to take a look at the scooter. It's basically very basic, nothing to write home about. Doesn't have any articulation. The only thing it has is a peg thing right here and working wheels. So that it looks like it can obviously work. It's not very detailed, but it's just fine and dandy for what it is. It's a nice accessory, and Kenshi comes with one too. And let's go ahead and take a look at Sammy, a character that I already liked from day one and had an interesting character arc by the first season. Really liked her a lot, and her figure looks nice. Also really like that Hawaiian shirt detail. Of course, this is matching how it's supposed to look in the show. If the autofocus don't stop acting crazy. There we go. This is how she looks. Really like her character and really like her figure as well. This figure looks really nice. Just overall, my favorite of the group of the characters already, just by the way it looks. And even the detailing of the pants. It's not nearly like heavily textured, but you can still see the shine go through. Although it shouldn't be that shiny. I guess that's just the light of my camera. Jeez, the autofocus is really acting weird. So you can see the detailing right here. And her boots as well. Definitely like the boots she's wearing. It looks really cool. And yeah, she's just, her figure is just, her character in general, I really like her. Just really adore the character. And also just the figure is just nice. That's all I have to really say about it. I just definitely liked all these figures. These three figures are great. As far as I'm concerned, really do like them. And they go good alongside Darius, of course, because that's the only like Camp Cretaceous figure I had at the time. And now I got all three of these. I'm about to get the other two. Definitely look all nice. They do have some issues in terms of their paint. But other than that, I feel like the only two that definitely stride much better. Autofocus acting crazy. Again, I apologize for that. Yaz and Sammy are the only two that are like at least a lot more decent compared to Brooklyn. Brooklyn's the only one with the problems in terms of the paint quality. But other than that, they're all good. So, okay. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the dinosaurs. Because, oh boy, we got a lot to talk about. And here are our dinosaurs. We got Velociraptor Blue, a generic Velociraptor, another one, and a Monolophosaurus, which is a different coloration compared to the one that's actually going after Kenji. And yeah, the only thing I can really freaking say that is the big issue here that I was leading up to is the quality control. Oh boy, we got some derpy dinos here, especially the raptors. So we're gonna move this guy around because he's the least offensive looking one. And just look at this raptor here first, which I actually really love the paint job on the raptor, except for the eyes. The eyes make him look like he's looking up, which is fine. But the problem is the way the eyes painted. The other side, looking down. Like, if you can see this with the autofocus, there we go. It's just, if you could place it at the right given time, it looks like a meme image. Like the raptor has seen some things, like he has seen something horrible, and he's just looking at it with the most, with the most funny looking face. It's like, it's dang near comical. The slit on the eye is not painted particularly well on here, but at least it does provide with some some comedic looking imagery. It's just but the other side though is very derpy. It's like, it's just, you can see like part of the eye is not obviously painted correctly, and it's just looking upward. It makes it look like he's looking upward. Okay, so aside from the eyes looking very derpy, this figure's paint, for what it is, it's basic, but I really love the paint. It reminds me a lot of the Battle Damage Albertosaurus from 2019, the one that barely made it to the US. It was only in, I think it was whether Chile or Brazil, what the freak it was. But this raptor scope is also a repaint, so we don't have to go too much over it. You can see like plethora of videos that had this particular raptor scope in it. So you can see the detailing is just as nice as usual. Nothing on the other side except that little area right there. And down here you get the scan code back on the foot now, and then we get the other Jurassic logo right there. Other than the problems I had with the eyes, I definitely like the paint. So this raptor was obviously on my radar, but it's disappointing that I had to get these weird freaking eyes. And speaking of weird looking eyes, we got Blue, who looks very sleepy. And this is, I think, my third or fourth raptor Blue. Maybe I have to go back and recount. But literally, this I will say this is like this is like the third Blue I actually got with a quality control issue. The first one being the Attack Pack one back in 2018. Second one being the Dino Rivals version from Wave 3? I think Wave 3. And then the third one being this one. Focus, please. There you go. Now you can see how derpy the raptor is. It looks like that eye paint is painted, but the color portion is look like it's either painted backwards or something. I don't know why. It looks so weird, but it definitely makes Blue look like she's just sleepy. Like, and then the other side looks like it's about to squint. It's just, yeah, the eyes on both these raptors are derpy. You look at them in this direction, does not look particularly great. You might not be able to see it because the focus is acting absolutely insane right now. Please focus. It's probably never going to focus. You know what? Never mind. I'm not even going to bother with it. Anyway, so this raptor is obviously a repaint of the Charlie sculpt from Dino Rivals with the new legs. It's essentially the same one. The only thing that's different is the paint scheme looking more like Blue. And the colors and the paint job is definitely freaking great. They also painted her toad claws, which is nice. So that's all I gotta say about that. This figure is definitely nice, except if it's just, please, the freaking quality control. The quality control, man, on the Raptors is just so weird. Alrighty, so that's it with our derpy Raptors. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Monolophosaurus. And this one is the least offensive because this one, it does have quality control issues too with the eye, but this one doesn't look nearly as worse as the other two. This one's eye paint, you can clearly see that it's not painted in the right position, but it doesn't look too bad compared to the other ones. And this one's eye, this eye here, I think that too is also painted the wrong direction if I can look at it. But it looks fine. It actually does look a lot more fine. They don't look too bad. And this is a new scope, so I have not gotten to reviewing this scope yet. And I was close to getting a previous Camp Cretaceous scope. But hey, this is the first time I'm looking at a Monolophosaurus. If I can back up somehow. But the detailing of the dino is definitely nice. Really love the detailing and really love the sculpt. And this is based on the Camp Cretaceous version only, because we had so many other Monolophosaurus in the previous lines that looked completely different compared to the one that played in the show. Really like that cartoony look to it. Looks like how it came out. And yeah, it just looks a lot more of a sharper, much more threatening presence compared to the other one that we had previously. And the paint scheme looks nice for what it is. It's natural, not too out of the ordinary. It's got them very nice spikes and ridges. And the detailing, it's subtle, you can see the detailing, but it's definitely packing there. Then down here we got the Jurassic World logo again, scan code, don't even have to deal with that right now. Yeah, the detailing and the paint job, it looks all nice and dandy. Really like how they airbrushed this. It's fading in or fading out towards the degree. We can look at that head sculpt again, aside from that eye quality control issue. Let's go ahead and open the mouth to see how it looks. It really does look nice. Paint underneath, well, there's no paint underneath there, it's just plain orange. Detailing in the tongue, you do see it. It's textured as well. It looks really nice. So yeah, this Monolophosaurus is definitely a nice addition to my collection. It is a nice figure, really like it. And I like it better than the other than these two raptors that I got. They just incredibly derpy. Just yikes. Big yikes right there for me at least. But I'll definitely probably be fixing them up somehow with my paints and everything. You know how this works. If there's a problem, let's go ahead and fix it later. I might have to start gathering more paint later just to fix those eyes, because goodness me, those raptors are incredibly derpy. I'll figure them out later. So let's go ahead and get them out the way and just grab the compies, because Yasmine and Sammy came with the compies. Yasmine comes with these two, which definitely look like just repacks of the previous copies we had before. We're not going to go too much into these because we already looked at them. Just basically green. Same color that they were before. Sammy in their hand, which we won't be talking about that much, but again, the only thing we're going to be looking at is the colors, which I actually like. There's a brown compy and a lime green compy. Really, really nice compy colors. Finally getting different colors, well, at least at this point for only the Sammy figure. But it looks so good. I really like how they decided to finally change colors on the compies. We could have done that with Yasmina's compies, but other than that, I like this. It gives out various different colors. So these are the only two standouts in my collection there. Other than that, the same skulls as before, nothing special about them. The only thing that is special is just the paint schemes, which is basically casted in different colors. So that's it for the accessories. Alrighty, that's going to be it for this review, this sort of botched review at this point because the autofocus acting crazy, of the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Human Dino 2-packs, Yasmine, Brooklyn, and Sammy. These dinosaurs definitely are derpy, but they're nicely painted and detailed, at least, aside from their quality control issues on their eyes. But overall, I think the best thing about them is obviously the characters. Aside from like some issues I have with Brooklyn, other than that, all three are definitely worth it. Definitely recommend picking this setup, and hopefully you will get yours that isn't with the same problems that I had to endure with this quality control issue, because oh my good god. These raptors are derpy and they laughing at it. That's why I had it set up. They're literally just laughing at the, like, just Sammy belly laughing, Yasmina just dying on the floor, and Brooklyn just, she just can't, nobody can handle it. And the Monolophosaurus and the Compy is just confused, going, what the hell's going on? That's the image. I literally just had to set it up. So that's basically it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Sorry if it feels a little rushed, but other than that, I just had to get it out the way because I'm on a little bit on a time crunch. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be seeing you guys later.